Hello everyone and welcome back to Miss Key's classroom. My name is Rachel and today I'm joining you from my classroom because it is halfway through term 3, so I thought I would do a little bit of a classroom update as well as a little bit of a refresh of some of my wall displays, and I thought it would be fun to bring you guys along with me. So let's just get straight into the video. So like I just said, it is midway through term 3 here in Adelaide, Australia. We've just started week 6, which means that I am about to start some new units with my year 8s for English and for geography. And so it's time for me to swap over some of my wall displays, update them a little bit. So today I'll be sort of taking you on a little tour of my room and then showing you my updated wall displays as well. Okay, so first up, let's talk about this big wall over here. I've got a section for geography, a section for English, and a section for home group down the end. So geography, we've got these SPICES posters, which are the geographical concepts we look at in geography in high school. I think primary schools look at these ones as well. But the students helped to create these posters. They actually did a little brainstorm and then I created each of these icons using their brainstorming words. Check out one of my posts on my Instagram for how to do these. I'll link the website I used as well below. But yeah, so that's our geography posters. They're going to stay the same because we're not updating those right now. So that's geography. So now let's look at the English wall. At the moment, I've got all of these displays up, which were for our novel study, but we've finished that one now and we are moving on to persuasive writing. So I'm going to take these ones down and then probably tomorrow before school I will put up the persuasive techniques one, but I'll take some footage of that when it's up for you and I'll add it in after I take these ones down. Okay, so then let's move on to this wall, which is at the back of my classroom. So my desk is just in front of it. And so a lot of this wall is taken up by geography stuff at the moment. We've got our map of our origins, which we used as our little intro to mapping activity. We've got our landscapes and landforms diagrams. One of those is starting to fall off over there. I need to fix that one. And then over here, we've got the fantastic fables that my students wrote as well when we were doing our novel study. So I'm going to keep all of these things up for today, I think, because we're still sort of looking at landscapes and landforms, and I like the way the mapping stuff looks. And so when I do something else, I'll move those along. But for now, this wall is going to stay as it is. And then if we look at our last wall, this is what I'm going to be working on today. So at the moment, I've got this bump it up wall up here, this little display. But I'm actually going to take that one down because I don't need it for the next unit. I used it when we did our novel study, but we don't need it for what we're working on next. So I'm going to take that down and I'm going to replace it with something else. Over here, we have got some stuff for another subject, one that I don't teach. It's from another teacher that uses this room. So I think I might I don't know, maybe divide it up a little bit, maybe along that line put one of the sticky borders that I've got so that it just divides it up a little bit more. And on this wall, I'm going to put up some stuff for our next unit, which is on volcanoes. So I'm going to get started and do that now. Now that my wall is all clear, I am going to put up my volcanoes title for our new unit that we are starting. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Okay, there we go. My title is up. Now I've got this beautiful bare board to work with tomorrow. My students are going to create some volcano diagrams, or we might do a whole class one. I haven't quite decided yet, but when I do, I'll add that into the end of the videos so you can see how this wall ends up turning out. Hello everyone. So it is the next day at school now. I've had a long day of doing even more to my room. So I know before I said that I wasn't really going to change very much and that I just had a few more things to put up. But I ended up even moving around some of the things that I put up yesterday. So I'll show you everything that I've done now. So the first thing that I changed was the English posters. So I switched out all of the ones relating to the novel study and replaced them with the persuasive writing techniques posters. These ones are all available on my Teachers Pay Teachers, so I'll link them in the description below if you're interested. but we are doing something called Fairy Tale Court now. And so that involves students trying to use persuasive techniques to either defend or prosecute a villain from a Disney film. So I've got my persuasive techniques posters all ready to go to start that unit. We started watching the film today, and then we will, I guess, look at the persuasive techniques in the coming lessons. So then the next thing that I actually ended up moving around was the volcanoes display. So I originally thought that I was going to put the volcanoes display over on this wall, but I ended up moving it over to this one and taking down the landscapes and landforms displays that I had up there before. They'd been up for a little while, and so I decided to put up this incredible volcanoes display. So as you can see, the students all worked together in the lesson this afternoon to create this volcano. The only part that I made was sort of the black and brown background, and then they each got assigned a specific part of the volcano which they had to try and create with the paper that I'd given them, and then they had to write a little definition of what that part did in the volcano. So I'm really happy with how it turned out. I think it looks incredible. They did such a good job and just put in so much effort. So yeah, super happy with the volcano and how it turned out. Later in the term, the students are going to be making posters about volcanoes, and so I thought that the volcanoes display would work better over on this wall, because once they make those posters, I can take down the map and I can take down the fables, and we can put the posters around the main volcano diagram. So then, in place of where I had originally thought I was going to put the volcanoes display, this was where the bump it up wall was originally. We did this fun little activity in the lesson this morning where the students had to imagine what they would look like if they were a Disney princess or a fairy tale character of some kind. And so this is what they came up with. It was just a little bit of fun to get us prepared and in the mood for our fairy tale court unit. We're going to watch the film Maleficent and then be either prosecuting or defending her for our summative task. And so yeah, just to get us thinking about fairy tales and those sorts of things, we imagined what we would each look like if we were a fairy tale character. Here is mine, not super great. Looks a little bit creepy, I think, but I gave it my best shot. So Princess Rachel is up on the wall as well. So this is overall what my room is looking like now. I'm super happy with it. I've still got to put up a couple of the white and black spotty borders just to divide up the boards a little bit more. But yeah, I'm super happy with how it's looking. So there you have it. That is my mid-term 3 classroom update and refresh. I hope that you have enjoyed seeing the displays I've got up at the moment and seeing some of the ones that I swapped over. But for now, I am going to leave this video here. So I hope you've all had a wonderful day, and I'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye!